Oh, that's right. Yes,
21st of February, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
And somehow, and Hasahade the Masahade Bach. And here are the witnesses. I'm not a witness, but there are witnesses over here. And they saw this incident. So therefore, Zil Havle Monatsuri. Go and give the victim a Monatsuri. Okay. That's what Rabbi Yossi, that's what Rabbi Yudah Nasi said. Now, oh, fine. So that's the end of that story. That's the end of the Ebois Ema. That's the whole Ebois Ema. And now we move on to a new issue. We're finished with answering what it is that Rabbi Yehuda Nasiya meant when he said ha-ana ha Rabbi Yossi Aglili. We just had an Ebois Ema that said this is what he meant. And now we're moving on to a different subject. So now the subject is Savar Rabbi Akiva the Ein Eid Nasadayan. Is it really so that Rabbi Akiva holds that a witness cannot function as a judge? Is that really so? So now we're going to bring a brisa, which the second opinion is that of Rabbi Akiva. So that's what we're going to do today, right now, because we already did the first opinion yesterday. And now we're going to move to the next opinion. And the next opinion is Rabbi Akiva. Now, okay. So, okay, so should we start from Rabbi Akiva?
sure.
Or you want to go back to the first opinion before we and go over that again before we do Rabbi Akiva?
I would like to just remember what it is. I don't remember the first opinion.
Okay, so the first opinion,
Where was it?
where is it? The second to the last line from the spread. Last word on the line says V'asanya.
Still,
We quoted a pasuk.
Okay, I'll watch you, McCall, whatever it is. Mute.
thank you. I'm sorry.
We had a pasuk that we looked up yesterday in Shmos Chaf Aleph Yud Ches. V'hika ish esra'eu be'even o be'egrof. And the assailant hit the victim with a stone, or that he threw at him, or with his fist. And we're talking here about he didn't die, and we're talking about what's going to be the payment of the assailant for the injury. So according to Shimon Hatimni, he says, we see that we got two cases in the pasuk. We got a case of he threw a stone at him, or we got a case where he hit him with his fist. So what's the Torah telling me these two cases for? So each one has their own halacha. So Shimon Timni says, in regard to the case of the egrof, he says an egrof, ma egrof shemiyuchad shemasa le'edo le'edim. It's egrof is something which is the fist of the assailant, and that's something that's given over to the judges to examine, and Rashi explained to determine whether such a fist on such a person could do that type of damage that the victim is showing us, or perhaps maybe it's not really doesn't really make sense, and it must be that the victim is was very weak, and that was the reason why he suffered the amount of damage that he did. And that would we'd have to, so they would make an evaluation like that. So that's a case where they're capable of making an evaluation, and therefore the assailant would pay according to the evaluation that the Beis Din was capable of making in regard to the weapon that was used to cause the damage. But so that's why it says egro. So everything which would be every situation which would be like that would be controlled by that din. Prat, with the exception of a case, the liotsta mitakas yad ha'edim. To exclude the case where of the other case. What was the other case? The other case was the stone case. So the stone case, Rashi explains, was a case where the assailant threw the stone at the victim, but now the witness, even though witnesses saw that, but now the stone is not, it got lost, and now the Beis Din it cannot see the stone, and they can't. So even though the witnesses did see the incident, nevertheless the person, the assailant, is going to be putter, because we need, according to Rav Shimon Timni, we need a umduna in Beis Din. We need an evaluation to be done by the Beis Din of the weapon, and if we do not have the ability to do that, so then we cannot judge the case. That's the ruling of Shimon HaTimni. Okay. So now we're going to learn what Rabbi Akiva said to Shimon HaTimni, and we're going to look at what he says with an eye to determining does Rabbi Akiva know? Does he hold that a witness could be a judge or not? The Gemora seems to think that, based upon this statement that Rabbi Akiva is going to say to us right now, that he holds that a witness could be a judge. So let's take a look at Rabbi Akiva. Amal Rabbi Akiva, Alan.
Sure. The Gemara digresses to discuss the dispute
Where are you reading from, Alan, please?
on 90b2, right?
Well, 90b3, isn't it?
So Rabbi Akiva starts here. So as last paragraph from the bottom right. 90b2.
But it doesn't say I'm a Rabbi Akiva here. It says the Savar Rabbi Akiva.
Right, so we go further down.
Is that where we are, Rabbi?
Isn't it on 93b, 90b3 on the right-hand column? The Gemara now explains its question. At any rate,
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Where is this Sava Rabbi Akiva?
Savar Rabbi
Yes,
Akiva is.
That's the Gemara's question. Yeah, we already did that part. We're past the Sava Rabbi Akiva.
Okay.
We are on the second wide line in the middle, and it says Amar Lo Reish Ayin, which is Rabbi Akiva. See that?
No.
No.
it's on
Second
the,
wide line.
Could know the name?
Okay, I see it. It's on 90b3, and it's
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines down.
No.
It's not in the beginning of a paragraph. It's in the middle of a paragraph.
In the left-hand column?
Left-hand column, 6 lines down.
the Gemara now explains its question.
No,
No.
No?
on the left-hand column.
The
Amar Lo Rabbi Akiva.
on the left-hand column.
All right.
No.
Amalo Rabbi Akiva said to Shimon HaTimni,
Ah,
Bechib, Bifnei, Base, Din,
As in he called.
Hikohu. Even if the weapon is brought to court, the court would still have to rely on the witness's testimony to make its assessment. Or did the assailant strike the victim before the court? She need in Kamora Hikohu, so that the judges know how many times he struck them. The Almora Hikohu, what part of his body he struck. Im Al Shoko O to pair not show whether it was on his cartilage of his heart. The ode, and furthermore, Hare should do a Kaf S Havero Merosh Hagag. If someone pushed his fellow off the top of a roof, it sounds like the Palestinians. Oh, Merosh Habiror, or off the top of a tower, Mumes, the victim died, based in Hola Chim, a cell, the war. Does the court go to the tower? Oh, the war, Holachas, a cell based in, or does the tower go to the court? How can the tower move? And furthermore, even if you say that the court is in fact required to go and see the tower, what would happen? No floor. If the tower collapsed before the court had a chance to view it, Hosea Uvo Nehor, must the owner rebuild it so that the court can assess its height? Of course not. In all these cases, we rely upon the report of the witnesses. And rather, the verse should be expanded as follows. Me ega rof, mi chor, shehu, more sur, more ring, just as a fist is distinctive in that it is available for inspection to the witnesses, afkol shehu, more sur, din, so too any assault case can be judged only if the weapon is available for inspection to the witnesses, i.e. the weapon is available for i.e. witnesses must have seen the weapon so as to be able to describe it to the court. And then mi tachas yado shel makor excluded is a case where the stone used in the attack was lost from the assailant, i.e. it was lost immediately after the attack for the witness to examine it, in which case the assailant is exempt.
Okay.
There's no weapon available, right? Can't do anything.
Okay, do we have any Rashi to help us out over here on what is Rebbe Kiva's? What's he saying over here? What's he saying all these things for? What's he? Rebbe Kiva. Yeah, we do have a very small amount. Okay. No, actually, we have a significant amount. I see. Okay, these are all there's a Dibra Maskil Amma Aleph Lamed Reish Ayin.
oh yes. Where's that in the? I've got that. And where is it in the Gemora itself?
Right in the middle of the Rashis. Amalei Rabbi Akiva.
Oh, that's
First one in the line is bet, quote, Dalit.
Based in, that stands for.
no. I've got that. I've got the Rashi one. Umar.
What are you asking, Roy?
It's all right. Just where it is in the key. That's where we started from in the Gemora. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah, so so now Rabbi Kiva is going to respond to Shimon and Suni, Shimon the Temani. Oh, now I have 2 drinks. Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's see over here. So we're trying to figure out what is Rabbi Akiva, how is Rabbi Akiva disproving the view of Shimon HaTimni? How is he disproving it? And really, after we read all of that, so then we're going to read the 2 lines after that, and that's really what we're looking for. The how it is that Rabbi Kiva is coming out on Eid Nasadayim. But in the meantime, we're going to read these Rashis. Okay, fine. Let's try to see. Amalei Rabbi Kiva. So Lou, would you like to start?
Okay, Rabbi Akiva said to him, the Nahi Nami de Evan ba the Basin.
Oh.
He said to him, is it also true that the stone is going to be come to Basin?
Even, in other words, Amalei Rabbi Kiva unehi nami the Evan Bola Besdin. Even if we would say in the case that the Evan would be able to come to the Besdin, that it wouldn't be lost. We would still have the objection that Rabbi Kiva is raising in the course of his next comment over here. According to, as much as we understand it, which Shimon Timoni, he was distinguishing the case of the egrof, the fist, from the case of the stone, the Evan that it said in the pasuk, these 2 cases, by saying the whole difference is because in the case of the stone, the stone got lost, and so that's the case of in all similar cases like that, where the weapon is not capable of being examined by the Besdin, because the Besdin needs to make the evaluation of the damage. So Rabbi Kiva is saying, no, even in the event that there would be the Evan would be able to be presented into the Besdin. Let's see what he says. I'm not sure myself what he's going to say over here.
I think what he's saying, Rabbi, is that even if the stone is brought to Basin, you still need the testimony of witnesses. You can't rely on the judges just examining the stone and coming to their conclusion, because you still don't know where did he hit him with the stone, how many times did he hit him, etc. All those things have to be testified.
Well, the Gemora says, "V'ki b'fnei Bezdin hiko, shiodin kama hiko." Does the Bezdin know? Even if they do have the stone, does the Bezdin know how many times the stone was used to strike the victim?
Right.
They don't.
And where he struck him.
Bial mehiko, where he hit him, im al shoko, or tzipor nafsho. Was it in a place that could cause a lot of damage? Was it a place that is not such a critical area? Okay. Let's see what Rashi has to say about that. I see we got a Rashi being bifnei bezdin hiko sheyodin b'meh hiko.
Shall I continue?
Yeah.
V'chi bifnei beis din. And when it comes before the beis din, hakahu sheyodin kama hakahu. Do they know how many times he was hit? Klomar cheshbon hamakos shehakahu sheyachol le'amod. That is to say, that the calculation of the hitting that he hit him, that he's able to withstand.
Right. That he's able to withstand. Right.
In other words, it's saying that there has to be an assessment of how much hitting the victim can take.
And that assessment is basically it's not going to help us at all because the Beis Din says Rabbi Akiva did not see how many times he was hit. So if they didn't see how many times that he was hit, so how are they going to make a cheshbon of like Rashi says where's this Rashi now? Cheshbon hamakos. How can the Beis Din make an evaluation of the calculation of the hits that he hit him with this stone? Even if they see, this is the stone that he hit him with, but that's basically Rashi's pointing out that Rabbi Akiva is still saying they're not going to be able to make a proper evaluation of the matter simply by even if the stone is brought into the Beis Din.
But
because they don't know how many times he got hit.
I'm confused by what. Maybe we're going to get to this as we go on, but I'm confused by what Rabbi Khatimi is.
Yeah. Right.
What did he say that Rabbi Akiva is responding like this?
Yeah,
right.
That's a good question.
He just said just like a fist, a stone has to be evaluated. So what?
Well, he was saying, as much as we understand it, he was saying like this. He was saying, if you have a type of case that's an egrov case, then the Beis Din will be able to evaluate, and then they'll be able to since they'll be able to make their evaluation, therefore we'll be able to assess the damages, and therefore we'll be able to make the assailant liable. But in a case which is comparable to the stone case is a case where because of the facts, says Rashi, that the stone got lost and we can't find where the stone is, so the weapon is not brought into the Beis Din. So that's the reason why the Beis Din cannot make a proper evaluation. So Rabbi Akiva is saying, what's the ability of the Beis Din to make a proper evaluation based upon whether the weapon is brought into the Beis Din or not? Even if the Beis Din is brought the weapon, but still they're going to be they're not. It's not going to be capable of them to make a proper evaluation because they don't. Because the cheshbon of the makos, they don't know.
So Rabbi Akiva's point is you need witnesses.
Lamod kiroi.
But is Rabbi Chatima saying you don't need witnesses?
Yeah, no. This is the difficulty over here. Where do the witnesses come in over here? Have to work this out exactly with the witnesses. Not going in. Can they make a proper evaluation? Yeah, okay.
I don't think anything that we were reading just up to now to do with witnesses. It's just to do with they're just concentrating on what the best in, how the information the best in can get, rather than how it got it. Oh well, yeah, about the evidence.
Yeah.
Rather than the witnesses themselves at the moment.
Oh, there's a footnote here that that's interesting. It's footnote number 29. Rabbi Akiva was just proving to Shimon Hatimni that the verse cannot mean to require the court to make a first-hand assessment of the weapon, because such a requirement would effectively force the court to directly witness every incident upon which it rules.
See, well, the reason why I don't understand that is I don't understand why can't the Bezdin, if there's witnesses and the witnesses are questioned about the matter, and they say yes, the guy hit him 5 times with this stone. Okay, and where did he hit him with the stone? Oh, he hit him over here. He hit him over here. He hit him in the arm. He hit him in the leg. He hit it over here. So if 2 witnesses say so, it would seem to establish the matter as a truth. And on the basis of that truth, the Bezdin can now make a proper evaluation based upon the examination of the stone of how much damage they would estimate that would be caused from that stone being used 5 times in those places that the witnesses testified that it be used. It's not clear to me, in other words, the job of the witnesses, the job of the judges. I don't know why Rabbi Akiva is saying that the judges themselves would have to see the case to see how many times that he was hit. Why can't they rely on the eyewitness testimony of the witnesses? The witnesses are not making any, they're not making any judgment about how much damage was caused. They're simply saying, we saw the following thing. He did this, he did that, he hit him this time, he hit him another time, he hit him another time. And that's their testimony. What I'm not following the Rebbe Kiva's logic over here.
I think it's because Rabbi Hatimi is saying that the court must be able to examine the stone. And Rabbi Akiva is saying, no, they don't. The witnesses can testify about the stone. The court does not have to see the stone.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. We have another Rashi over here. The key b'fnei bezdin hikol sheyodim kamat hikol. We did that one. Oh alma. So we have the next two Rashis also, based upon what we just read over here. Phil, you want to do the next two Rashis, please?
Okay, then, you're up to Alma. On what are we going? Al Aza may Avarav on these limbs, so to speak.
Limb?
Asa, on which
Which limbs? Which of
on
these
which
limbs?
from his limbs, literally, did he strike him with this stone?
And it says Siper Nafsho.
Sipar nafsho. What is that?
Siper Nafsho. The soul. What is the Sipar?
No.
Wait a minute. Okay. Sipar Nafsho. What is the Sipar Nafsho?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what does Sipar Nafsho mean? Something with his soul.
Yeah. Rashi's gonna. There's a Rashi over here.
Tanoch Shekeneged Alev. It's some part that's opposite the part. The Noachu, when it's good for him, the Chavel Misham, to root them from there. Oh, this is like the cartilage we're talking about.
Yeah, that must be the word for that the art school
cartilage.
translates as cartilage.
Yeah. See, yeah, they're translating as cartilage of the heart.
What does that mean, by the way?
I'm not aware that there is anything called cartilage of the heart. Cartilage is a kind of bone structure, like in your nose. There's cartilage in your nose. It's like little pieces of bone as opposed to a solid bone.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any cartilage associated with the heart.
The note in the bottom of the Rashi, in the bottom of 26, our translation of cartilage of the heart follows Rashi, which states that Sipar Nafsho is located under the throat and above the chest.
Where did you read that?
It's just above note 27 on the right-hand column, right near the bottom of the left-hand column. I mean, the idea being it's something that's, I guess it's a soft area that you're not really going to cause much damage to when you hit them there.
Oh, I thought it's say he says Noachu lechabel. It's easy to cause injury over there.
Yeah, but but I don't know how much injuries gets caused there.
In other words, it would seem like this is Okay. Yeah, it's not it's not really so clear. I would have, yeah, I would have thought without the Rashi, I would have thought that what the Gemara is saying over here, did he hit him in a vital place or did he hit him in a not so vital place? If he hit him in his choke, in his thigh, so that's it's not a critical place.
That's what I was assuming.
Whereas if you hit him near, it's a serious blow. It's a place which is a very sensitive place, and the damage would be very severe. Okay, but in any case, so this is a continuation of Rabbi Akiva's point that these matters would the if the Bezdin the stone, that doesn't mean that they know how many times it was used and how critical the place that got hit where it was. So they would not know, and like that. Okay. And now Va'od, we did this next one. If he pushed him off the top of a roof or a building, a tower, and he was mace. So what did we say in such a case like that? Should we say, so what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was what caused the murder was the fact that he fell from such a place. So we'd have to bring in the Bezdin. Should the Bezdin go to where this tower was, or should the tower be brought to the Bezdin? What does the Rebbe Kiva mean by that? That's the next.
Basing Cholchim at the Bira, the Bezdin should go to the tower, and this is a bitnia. It's a surprising thing. There's a Bava hakatuv based in that say Milishka. They go out of their offices. He wrote Oton. They have to go see it.
So Rabbi Kiva is saying, in a matter of wonderment, bitmiya. He had triach hakosov Bezdin. Would the pasuk be troubling Bezdin to trouble themselves to leave their chambers of judgment and go to who knows where in order to see where this tower was that the person was pushed off? Doesn't make sense that's what the din would require. So it doesn't make sense to read the pasuk in that way. And then the Rebbe Kiva's next taina is va'odim nafla. Nafla doesn't mean the person; it means the tower. If the tower fell down, and now we don't have any more evidence of the tower, so what are they supposed to do now? Im choser ubona, should they now have to rebuild the tower so that we can now determine what was the weapon that was used? There's a long Rashi over there. And we don't have any time for this long Rashi. Okay, so we are in the middle over here. Okay, Beseder, yeah, this is a difficult part over here, trying to understand exactly what are they arguing about over here. It's not really so clear from the language of the Gemora what exactly is the point of dispute. Okay, but we will continue trying, like we always do.
Amen.
Lou, 4 o'clock, right? Lou, 4?
What?
Lou?
A 4
Bye,
o'clock.
Alan. Bye,
4
Lou.
o'clock today.
Bye, Roy.
Okay, bye.
Okay, have a good day.
Everybody have a good day.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem.
Tomorrow.